What's up, guys? Welcome back to a very special Stay Fresh production. Really excited to bring you guys my entire collection in one video today. It's kind of been a long time coming, and I'm going to try to keep it as brief as I can so this video doesn't last 22 minutes. So you guys can get on with your day. But just wanted to show you guys the fragrances that I have in terms of bottles and in terms of larger decants, anything 5 mils and up. I'll be showing you guys. All the small stuff, we're not going to deal with that. It's just little stuff that may or may not turn into bottles later. We'll see. And my collection is coming right up. All right, guys. Well, let's get started here. We're going to get started with the 5 and 10 mil decants in my collection that I really enjoy and may or may not turn into bottles. We'll see. This is all going to be alphabetized by house in terms of the decants and the bottles. So we'll get started with the house of Abercrombie & Fitch. First fragrance is First Instinct. This is a 5 mil that I got from Ricky Canda with Alpha Fragrances. I'll link to him below. He's hooked me up so much. Really appreciate you, man. This fragrance, really beautiful summer fragrance. Just smells kind of fruity and very masculine. Good stuff. Next, from the house of Boys 1920, Dolce di Giorno. Was thinking about doing a review on this at some point. This is basically a cinnamon sweet, spicy, woody plum. Really, really interesting, very unique, a little daring. I enjoy it. We'll see what happens with it. I don't know if it's going to turn to a bottle, maybe not. Anyway, moving on. From the house of Chanel, we have Chanel Allure Homme. This is the original. Love this stuff. We go way back. Might turn to a bottle later on. Up next, from the house of Creed, this is new for me, Royal Oud. I really enjoy this stuff. I always heard about it and was really curious as to what it smelled like, and got my hands on it. And it is a very luxurious fall fragrance. So I'll be getting a lot of wears out of this, I don't know, in a while. I'm gonna keep testing it. Next, from House of Creed, is Green Irish Tweed. I really am starting to like this fragrance more and more. At first I wasn't crazy about it, to be honest. I think verbena is just something that I'm not crazy about, but I'm getting used to it. This might turn into a bottle later on. We'll see. Finally, from the House of Creed, in terms of decants, we have Millésime Impérial. I got a big 10 mil here. Love this stuff. I'm gonna be wearing this a lot during the summer. Kind of a very masculine, salty, marine, fruity kind of fragrance. Good stuff. From the house of Dior, Dior Homme Parfum. Love, love, love this stuff. This may turn to a bottle later. I'm on the fence. I've been on the fence about just grabbing a bottle. Oh, but every time I smell it, I get closer and closer to wanting one. So we'll see about that, but this stuff is magic. This is also a new acquisition from Ricky Canda. This is Gucci Guilty Absolute. This stuff is special. Vetiver leather. It is musty, it's a little dusty, kind of dirty, but very deep, very rich, very masculine. Get your nose on it, get a sample though. Don't blind buy this as a bottle. This is gonna be a little bit daring for me to wear, but I'm gonna keep testing it. From the house of Guerlain, we have a 10 mil of the original L'Homme Ideal. This came from my friend Mike Cure. And this stuff is really special, very masculine, but very elegant. Haven't worn it all that much, gonna keep testing it. From the house of Jean Paul Gaultier, this is Le Male Essence de Parfum. This is a new release just from last year, also from my friend Mike Cure. Really enjoy it. It has this kind of like Lanvin avant-garde vibe with, you know, La Nuit de l'Homme vibe with that cardamom. It's a little spicy, kind of sweet. Good stuff. I'm going to keep testing it. Also from the house of Jean Paul Gaultier, this is Ultra Male. Really, really like this stuff. It is a little bit sweet for my taste, so I'm probably not going to wear it all that much, but I do enjoy testing it. From the house of Paco Rabanne, this will probably turn into a bottle for me. Invictus Aqua. I'm loving this stuff the more I try it out. So I think I'm going to get it bottled. Just a few more. From the house of Parfums de Marly, we have Godolphin. This is your Tuscan leather alternative, not in terms of price, unfortunately. This stuff is just like Tuscan leather. Like the leather note is very, very realistic and very prominent, just like in Tuscan leather. The sweetness that comes along with it is a little bit more pronounced though, so it makes it just a tad bit more wearable. If you want to give it a try, I would highly recommend testing it out if Tuscan leather is not your deal and maybe you haven't checked out La Yuquam from Versace yet. I haven't checked that out either. Anyway, moving on. Also from Parfums de Marly, we have Layton. This is the newest release as far as I know in terms of this line. Came out last year. And this is a real easy to wear, kind of sweet little, I think it has pear in it. It's just real, it's a people pleaser. It's beautiful to wear. I'm gonna keep testing it. I don't think I'll ever get a bottle of this just because I don't love it, but I really, really enjoy it. And finally, my last decant, Valentino Uomo Intense. This also came from Ricky Canda with Alpha Fragrances. I really love this stuff. However, I've been finding that between testing this and the original Valentino Uomo, I think I like the original better. So that may turn to a bottle later on, maybe as we get into next fall. We'll see. So that's going to be it for my decants. Here come the bottles. All right, guys, moving on to the bottles here. I have no idea how many I have. I've never counted. If you'd like to keep count, you're welcome to do so. We're going to start with the house of Abdul Samad Al Qurashi. This comes from my friend A2, also known as Al. He generously sent this bottle to me just to give me a taste of what it is. And here it is. This is called Black Incense. All I can say about it is that it's not what it sounds like. This is essentially a very elegant scent. Imagine sweet rose petals in water. That's kind of what this is. Something that's still growing on me, but I do really enjoy it. Gonna keep testing it out. Moving on to the house of Abercrombie and Fitch. I got two fragrances from this particular line. I don't remember what the line is called now, but we have batch number 46 and we have Endeavor. I blind sampled this one recently. The sample came from my friend Mike Cure. I had to get a bottle. Love this stuff. Gentleman's Musk. That's all I can say. This one, Endeavor, is essentially like a Ventus, but in fact, it's more like Club de Nuit Intense Man from Armaf than it is from a Ventus. You basically just have bergamot, lemon, and leather. And this fragrance resembles Club de Nuit, but it is an eau de cologne, so it's a super light version. It's okay. I enjoy it. This is a new acquisition, but I don't know. I may not get a whole lot of wearing out of it. We'll see. Got to keep testing it. Moving on. Speaking of Armaf, from the house of Armaf, this is Club de Nuit Intense Man. This was my first blind buy ever. Bought into the hype, bought it. Really enjoy it. Great Aventus alternative for a great price, great performance. Moving on. From the house of Calvin Klein, the only Calvin Klein fragrance I own. This is CK2. Haven't really worn this much. Gonna kind of wait until summer comes around. Really nice, sweet, semi-aquatic fragrance. It's kind of unisex, honestly. So ladies, you can pull this off as well if you'd like to when it heats up a little bit. Up next, from the house of Carolina Herrera, we basically have two fragrances here, but three bottles. First, we have new CH Men and old CH Men, which I just did a review on. If you want to check that out, click the card. And we have CH Men Privé. Love all of these fragrances, all very masculine, sweet, elegant, just really beautiful, and no one can really dislike these, honestly. To the house of Chanel, once again, two fragrances, three bottles. We have Bleu de Chanel coming in here. Really nice, aquatic, woody, incense kind of fragrance. And then we have Chanel Allure Homme Sport Eau Extreme. I have two bottles because I originally bought this from a seller on eBay. I freaked out and thought it was a fake when it came in, so I bought another one from Notino, and it turns out that this wasn't a fake. So now I have a backup bottle. Anyway, I love Chanel Allure Homme Sport Eau Extreme 2. Great springtime fragrance. Let's move on with the house of Creed, all courtesy of, once again, my friend A2, A squared, A deuce, Al, not Al from Street Sense, to set the record straight. I don't know Al, I love his channel, but this is not the same Al. And we got 3 scents here. We have Aventus, we have Virgin Island Water, and we have Vetiver Geranium from the Aqua line. I think it's what it's called, Aqua Essential or something like that. You've heard of all of these. Essentially, this one you may not be familiar with. This is a great spring fragrance. Vetiver. Actually, I don't think there actually is vetiver in here, but there is a vetiver accord, and you definitely have geranium. It's kind of floral, a little bit citrusy, kind of unisex, but leans masculine in my opinion. All 3 are great for the summer. We all know Aventus is one of the kings of versatility. So love all 3 of these fragrances. Soccer player houses here. From the house of Cristiano Ronaldo. If you've been watching my videos for a while, you've seen this before. This is Legacy. Really nice fragrance, very versatile, kind of has an aromatic nature to it. Also a little bit gourmandy-ish. I mean, there's some sweet and spiciness to it. Overall, just real pleasant. Can't go wrong with this, and also doesn't break the bank. Great quality for the price. And to the last soccer player fragrance, this is one of the first fragrances I've ever bought. Not this particular bottle. I used to have an older bottle that I went through years ago, but this is David Beckham's Signature. A great summer fragrance, terrible performance, a little synthetic, but overall very pleasant. Has kind of a watermelon accord to it, kind of bright, fruity, masculine, and very woody as well. Onto the house of Dior. Just gonna put that there and say nothing about it. Dior Sauvage, new acquisition here. I just did a review on this. This is the brand new 2017 formulation of Dior Homme Sport. I really, really like this juice. Very modern, easy to wear, great performance. That's all I'll say. Want to know more? Check out my review. I'll leave a card up in the corner. On to the house of Dolce & Gabbana. Just have a couple fragrances here. You've seen this, and I love this fragrance. That's the one. Unfortunately, Diane is not crazy about it, but she hasn't smelled it on my skin yet, and it is very different compared to paper. So hopefully that'll redeem it one day. And for my friend Mike Cure, I got a sizable decant of Velvet Exotic Leather, very elegant winter fragrance, kind of a sweet cinnamon spicy leather fragrance. Really, really nice. To the house of Dunhill, we have Icon and a new acquisition, Icon Elite. Love these bottles. They look great together. They look great apart. Beautiful design. This Icon is the original. This is a flanker that came out the same year. Both of these came out last year, I believe. This smells nothing like the original at all, but really, really elegant. I can't wait to wear it. I haven't actually worn it yet. It just came in a few days ago. This is actually my scent of the day. Really enjoying this. Great performance for both. Onward to the house of Giorgio Armani. We have 3 fragrances here. We have the original Armani Code. New acquisition. Have always loved the smell of this. Performance isn't great, but it's not bad. Very classic scent. Flanker from last year, Armani Code Profumo. You've heard about it. I talk about it. It's beautiful. And also the flanker from a very popular fragrance from last year, Acqua di Gio Profumo. Gonna wear the heck out of that this summer. All right, continuing on with the house of Givenchy. Had someone correct me on how to say that. It's Givenchy. So I'm doing my best. From the small to the big. Gentlemen only, casual chic. Just talked about this in my spring fragrance list video. Check it out. Gonna be wearing that. Love it. Woody, spicy, very masculine. Givenchy, gentlemen only, intense. Great for winter, great for fall. Great nighttime scent, kind of sweet, incensey, smoky, very masculine. And finally, the big boy. My first love in this line, the original Gentlemen Only, which came out a few years ago now. All very masculine. Not the greatest performance, but not bad at all. Onward to the house of Guerlain, the only bottle and fragrance period that I own from them. I did a review on this, L'Homme Ideal Cologne. Great summer, springtime fragrance. Check out my review. Card will be up in the corner, possibly. Check it out. Really, really nice. House of Hugo Boss, only fragrance I have. Boss Bottled Intense. Great for fall. Kind of a warm apple pie, you know, sweet vanilla, cinnamon kind of fragrance, very masculine. Based off the original DNA, which everyone loves. Great performance on this. Here's one I bought into the hype, so thank you, Jeremy. I bought this not long ago. This is Jacques Fox Pour L'Homme from Jacques Fox. It's kind of sweet, kind of balsamic, very unisex. I'm not sure how I feel about it yet. I don't hate it, I don't love it. We'll see what I do with it. Onward to one of my favorite houses, and this is a bittersweet house. This is Jean Varvatos. We have the original Jean Varvatos and vintage. I love both of these. They're both very different, both great for winter and fall, both very masculine, kind of dark, very inviting. Not the greatest performance, as you might know, but again, not bad. House of Kenneth Cole. We have Mankind Hero that came out last year. I just bought it a couple months ago. I really like it. It's a little redundant for me because it smells like Boss Bottled. It's just one that can be used in the springtime, whereas Boss Bottled I wouldn't really wear it so much when it's warm. And this is the oldest bottle in my collection. I don't even really like this fragrance that much anymore. This is Kenneth Cole Black. I've probably had this for about 5 years. In fact, I forgot about it. It was sitting in a corner somewhere. I don't know. It's okay. I wouldn't recommend it, to be honest. On to the House of Lanvin. This is Avant-Garde. Very elegant wintertime fragrance. It's sweet, it's kind of spicy, very masculine. Cheap too. I mean, doesn't smell cheap, just inexpensive, that's what I should say. Really enjoy this. This is another gift from my friend A2. This is Lattafa's Ragba Wood Intense. Again, something I'm still trying to wrap my nose around. It's really nice. It's just not quite in my taste range. Still testing it. Probably not going to be wearing it very much coming up because it's going to get warm, but I'll continue to test it on my skin. Onward. This next fragrance comes from the House of Mancera. Once again, a gift from, a very generous gift from my friend A2 Al. Thank you once again. Great springtime fragrance, Oud Lemon Mint. Still kind of getting my nose around it. Again, it comes off pretty unisex, so ladies, you can wear this too. Kind of a sweet, powdery, fresh lemon scent. Really beautiful. Mont Blanc Individuel. You've seen this before. If not, here it is. Predecessor to Creed's original Santal, which is also a great fragrance. Beautiful, sweet sandalwood. Just really nice, great performance on my skin. Moving on. Only fragrance I have from the House of Thierry Moogly. This is Pure Malt. I really enjoy this, but I got this bottle not long ago after having a decant that had beautiful performance. This is a 2015 bottle, and in 2015 they reformulated it. I guess the performance on this is crap. This thing maybe lasts 5 hours on my skin, whereas the little decant I had, whatever that's from, maybe an earlier batch, that thing lasts 10, 11 hours. So they really kind of crippled this fragrance. I'm a little disappointed. I might just wear it heavy when it's appropriate. Moving on. House of Nautica. This is a classic. Gonna wear the heck out of this in the summertime, and Diana loves this fragrance. This is Voyage. It gets a lot of hate for being a little synthetic. It's not really synthetic to my nose. Just smells fresh, aquatic, masculine. Has this cucumber vibe, even though there's no cucumber in there. Apple, watery, just really, really pleasant. It smells like the name, Voyage. Smells like you're out on the sea. On to one of my favorite fragrances and fragrance houses that I may or may not get more bottles of later. We'll see. I'm not in a hurry. They're pretty expensive. This is Harrod. Diana enjoys this too. Great for the winter and also the fall. Just a really inviting, warm, cinnamon, tobacco, sweet, masculine fragrance. That's all I can really say. Great performance on my skin. Love this freaking stuff so much. Getting sad that I'm not going to be able to wear it all that much as it heats up. On to the House of Ferragamo. This is F Black Pour Homme. Gets a lot of hate, kind of polarizing, but really nice fragrance in my opinion. I'm glad I only have a little bit of it because I don't wear it all that much. I didn't wear it all that much this winter. It has this kind of sweet, peppery vibe to it. Very, very strong performance on my skin. Hopefully I can squeeze some out of it before it gets too hot. Another gift, and the final gift from my good friend Al, not Al from Street Sense again. This is Cher Guy from Serge Lutens. Oh, this fragrance is special, one of a kind. Sweet, kind of woody, has this hay note to it. Really, really elegant scent. Great for the fall and winter. Only bottle I have from the house of Tom Ford. This is Grey Vetiver Eau de Parfum. This is essentially what I would call one of my signature fragrances. Love it, fresh, masculine, very gentlemanly, can't go wrong. Two fragrances from the house of Versace. We have Versace Pour Homme and Versace Eros. This is a new acquisition of mine. This one I got over the summer last year. Wore the heck out of it, kind of. Put a little dent in this bottle. This one, really nice too, great performance. Fairly versatile, you can wear this in different seasons. And we have two more fragrances, my last two here. We have from the house of Yves Saint Laurent, these two bad boys, the original L'Homme and the Flanker La Nuit de l'Homme. I love both of these, always gonna have both of these. That's all I can say. So that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. What I want you guys to do, we obviously had a large list of fragrances here. I want you guys to put down below a fragrance in my collection that you would like to see fully reviewed. If you see that someone has listed a fragrance that you want to see, like that comment. And I'm going to choose, the top few to do, future releases on. I just want to know what you guys actually want to see. Really would appreciate that. Hope to hear from you. I got a lot more exciting content coming up. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. Hope to see you back real soon. Peace. I'll see you guys in the next one.